research effort to develop an HIV vaccine, just as scientists, including at the Fred Hutch Center in Seattle, are on the cusp of a functional cure for HIV. Terminating those HIV vaccine trials now cuts off access to treatment for 6,000 patients in the network. You canceled a clinical trial evaluating new evidence-based interventions for type 2 diabetes in rural communities in Appalachia. You terminated a clinical trial studying immunotherapy in combination with monoclonal antibodies to treat women with recurrent ovarian cancer. That is what has already happened. So now you are coming to us today proposing to cut NIH funding by 40% next year. Tell us, how many fewer clinical trials would you fund in the next fiscal year with a budget cut of $18 billion?
Senator, can I just address the HIV? Because I am absolutely committed to in 2019, the President Trump issued a challenge for us to eliminate the threat of HIV in this country, and we've had a 22% reduction in HIV transmission since then. We now have the technological tools to do that. And I've been working on developing a program to actually implement this vision, so we can use.
But you did
new
terminate
advances.
the HIV research at Fred Hutch that, again, was on the cusp of a treatment for 6,000 patients nationwide. You did do that.
I'd have to get back to you on that.
You did do that, okay.
Senator, I mean, I think we actually have now the chance with the existing technologies, lenacapavir and other technologies, to actually address.
I'm delighted to hear that, but I'm just telling you what clinical trials have been terminated, and I'm asking you this because we have to write an appropriations bill. How many fewer clinical trials will you fund in the next fiscal year with an $18 billion cut?
Well, Senator,
that's your budget request.
The budget request is a work of negotiation between Congress and the administration. President Trump has issued a letter to Secretary Kratsios committing the United States to be the leading nation.
Yeah, okay, well, you're not answering the question. We need to know how many fewer clinical trials. Can you get that number back to me, please?
I mean, that's...
You're asking for a budget. We're trying to figure out what that will fund. That's our job.
The number depends on what the requests we get for proposals from all across the country. The budget itself will be dependent on what you all do, as well as what the administration
I know,
does.
but we are trying to write a budget with the knowledge that you have, with the requests that you have. I'm asking a question, how many fewer clinical trials? We need an answer back to that.
Well, Senator, it's hard to give an answer to that because I don't know what the proposals are going to be that are going to come in, right? I mean, you're asking a hypothetical question about what the scientific...
You came here today to ask for a budget that reduces NIH significantly. I would expect as director you would know what the impacts had